Hi, I'm Sari Sudhakaran, and in this video I have something different for you. I shot a fashion video with the Panasonic GH5, which was many months ago, and I just found the time to edit and grade it. I decided I would grade it at a professional facility instead of doing it myself. I shot it in Vlog, in 8-bit of course, and I took it to Annapurna Studios, which is in Hyderabad. Now, this is probably the best DI facility in India. They're the ones who did the entire DI for the movie Bahubali and its sequel, which is the biggest, highest grossing hit ever produced in Indian cinema, and it's not even from Bollywood. The colorist on the show was Shiv Kumar, who was also the colorist for Bahubali. He graded on a barcode projector. We used basslight. The final output for the project was a 16-bit TIFF. A professional colorist can actually breeze through your footage in about 3 hours. It just took Shiv Kumar a total of 4 hours, and because we were chatting or joking all the time, but I was probably the worst distraction, but it took a total of 4 hours to do this video because it had 113 shots. To be honest, it was a low budget fashion film. It was shot on the go. There wasn't really much time for me to plan and execute. We just shot for a total of 8 hours, and we had a crew of just 4, including the model. So it was just me. I had no assistant. Thankfully, the stylist and the hair and makeup person helped me, and without their help, obviously, this couldn't be possible. So ultimately, all said and done, the result could have been better, but I think I'm pretty happy with what we achieved with a limited amount of time, and I had to shoot more than 300 shots over a period of just 6 hours, all by myself. And the final video has more than 113 shots or so. And in this video, I wanted to walk you through a few of the shots in the fashion film, so you can see the technical challenges of grading Vlog with the Panasonic GH5. The final fashion film, called Analog, will be on my YouTube channel. It will be in 4K, so you can see it in its full glory. If you want the better quality, better resolution without the YouTube compression, please watch it on Vimeo. I'll put the link in the description of that video as well. The biggest challenges for this fashion film were the night and low light shots in Vlog, because with Vlog, just like with the S-Log on the A7S II or any log on a low-end camera, you cannot underexpose. Beyond a certain threshold, if you bring down your exposure, you're going to start seeing ugly artifacts in the footage, and you can't grade it. If you try to add a LUT, it's going to just fall apart. So you have to be very careful in the grade. The tough shots for us were the shower shot, the night, the bonfire shots, and the car shots, because they're all in night with low light, and it was very difficult to expose correctly. I was using an Atomos Shogun monitor for some of those shots to try to get a decent exposure, but not for everything. I was relying on the waveform, and I used my method of exposing Vlog, which I've shared with another video. I'll put the link in the description in case you're interested.
Hi, this is Shivakumar, working at Annapurna Studios, Hyderabad. I was the colorist for both Bahubali 1 and 2. So I have done Bahubali in Basslight 4.1. We worked in ACS format. We were the first person who worked in ACS format. They shot so many various cameras: RE Mini, Red Dragon, Alexa. We delivered Bahubali EXR format, 16-bit, XYZ, 4K. We graded the entire project in 4K pipeline. So ACS was very useful for this project. So first time in the Indian film which is released in IMAX 3, true IMAX format. This is a fashion film. This is shot in Panasonic GH5. So the color space is Vlog. This is 8-bit Vlog footage. So it is having digital artifacts. Because of 8-bit, we can't play with the colors here. So we went very simple grade here. For example, see this shot here. So I'm getting problem here is artifacts. So there is a magenta patch. I'm trying to key this one, this patch. So I'm not getting proper key here. So everything is in blocks. So I'm trying to get key for that only problematic area. Because of compression, I'm not getting the pixels proper. See, when I key this, it's looking like box.
You actually removed it,
Yeah.
It's magic.
Yeah, almost 50 to 60% I achieved it. I think we achieved. I think I tried to remove this pink patch here, so I keyed it. Here, so I couldn't get a proper color matte because of low light. So it is having so many grains. So finally, I got 50% results. I think this is
Better, no?
better. This is how I solve this problem. When you're shooting in low light, this camera is getting more grains. In the shadow part, we can see clearly in the skin part, so many grains are emitting. So in the brighter, when it is flickering, it's brighter. We can't see much, but when it is dipping, here looking a patch. Here looking a magenta patch. As we saw the previous shot, the same patches are coming when it is getting deeper. Here there is a black uh, gray pixels. When it is brighter, it is not visible properly. Here it is okay, but when it's getting deeper, there is a gray patch. Because in this scene the character in front of the fire, so I need the warmer side. So I'm making this image little warmer, but here I'm getting the same problem here. So I want to overcome that. So I'm making this image little warmer. So I increased the black values towards warm. So I'm overcoming this patch. There the smoke where the smoke very less, there that patches will come, but here that exposure, where the exposure is very less, there only the patches come. So here the problem is different, there the problem is different. So we can't work out with the key here. So we can control through only the grade or a hue and saturation. We can control it. This is the just base grade for this. So I'm increasing contrast levels. I'm assuming that there is a smoke in between, a bit before that phase. So I make it little gray. I need to give little depth in this image because of because of the smoke, that entire image looking flat. So I need to give a little break. So I decreased brightness, edges of the image. I increased little brightness and contrast on the iPod. Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah. So I created my own lighting here. So we couldn't see that patches now. We can see the patches now. So I am giving the more attention on the eye. Colorist only fix audience where to have to see. Generally, there are two types of gradings. One is beautifying that image. The next one is to create the subject, so to create the mood. So this is what here we are applying. Generally, what cameramen do is they create the with the lights, they create the mood. So they highlight the subject. So some cases it will not be possible in the location. So that's we are doing here.
I was initially very scared of pushing the footage a little because I knew from experience that if you push, it would just fall apart. But that's because I was trying to do things in Adobe Premiere Pro. So a high-end coloring app like Baselight or even Resolve can go much further than what Premiere can do, because the internal color space is so vast. You can push the colors, and they have software that will take care of a lot of the issues that Premiere Pro can't. So I hope you found this video useful. There's an extended version of this video which is only available to buyers of the Panasonic GH5 guide, where we'll go through the other shots in the sequence in a little more detail on the technical merits of grading vlog. But I think this video is strictly good enough to give you a very good idea about whether you need to expose and grade in vlog. To be honest, bottom line, if I had to shoot the fashion film again, I would not shoot it in vlog, because right now the bitrate is so low that you cannot really push vlog. So what's the point in shooting vlog if you cannot push it in the grade? Because log is a format that you have to grade anyway. You can't apply a LUT, you have to grade, but if you cannot push it, then there's no point to it. It just doesn't make sense. So I hope the future firmware update will make things better, but I have my doubts based on what the external output is capable of right now. So I wouldn't shoot log again. I don't recommend anybody shoot log. My favorite preset is the portrait style, as I've mentioned before, and I've shot another fashion film in the portrait mode, which I have already published, so you can take a look at that as well. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this one, please subscribe. Bye now.